We are Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. You are welcome to land of rising sun. There is a land that is full of natural resources. Pretend divided us during colonization. No, we are generous and industrious. Naturally, educationally, we are loaded. Mentally, we can check out the world. Mano de akelele, mama and papa can go see the fighting. Because de akelele, anywhere you from, around the world. Mano de akelele, come and see who we are. Because de akelele, then go back. Mano de akelele, you are welcome. Yama bine jeje, welcome to Biafra. Yama bine la la la. It's about no you go. Yama bine jeje, ever bine see you. Yama bine la la la.
You're welcome, Amaka Mamadu. Thank you for joining, Amaka. Please share the broadcast on your platform. Share the broadcast on your WhatsApp group. Any place you belong, share the broadcast.
Anywhere you from, around the world, come and see who we are. You are welcome. Welcome to Biafra. Biafra, everybody see you and welcome. Quality education can be partners. If you're ready for innovation, I can even.
Thank you so much, Amaka, my sister. Thank you.
you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isodom. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Biggie.
He said, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for joining, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. I can see my sister Linda TV show. Thank you so much for joining. I see my brother Maxwell. I appreciate you. These are my fellow comrades. We are always together. May Chukwu Okikabiama continue to guide and protect you. Thank you so much for joining. And every other person that is there that I have not mentioned your name, I appreciate you likewise. I thank you for joining the program this evening. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry that I came a little bit late than I used to. My schedule was changed due to some other issues that I had to settle. I have to shift the program ahead. That was why I came late. I'm very sorry about that. And I appreciate every one of you who has been patient waiting until this moment that we are together. I thank you very much, and I appreciate you, and I say, may Chukwu Okikabiama continue to guide and protect you. More especially, our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. My prayer continue to go to you. My prayer and my sincere thanks continue to go to you, brothers and sisters in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okikabiama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and keep you until Biafra come. We are entering into a very tough stage, into a difficult time, a time that every stone must not be left unturned, a time that we are going to do things unimaginable, a time that you're going to see different things that you have not seen before. And I pray that every one of us will be steadfast and stand firm, no matter the challenges we see, no matter the attacks we see, no matter the distraction. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. This is not the time for us to get distracted. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter the rumor you're hearing from east, west, north, and south. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. Don't allow them to make you uncomfortable. Don't allow them to confuse you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. It doesn't matter who it is. Anybody that you see that is a distraction around you, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. I say it again. The sun is rising. Any place you are, continue to do what you are doing. Ezekiel Ebe, thank you so much for joining. Please share the video as you saw, share the broadcast, share it on your WhatsApp group, share it in any place you belong, share it to family and friends, share it to anybody that need to hear our voice. Any place you belong, share and like the video. As you're liking and you're sharing, that is the only way we can disseminate information and make sure it gets to the right source. You know that the attack we are facing on social media, it is not easy for us to broadcast. It's not easy for us to pass information. It is through your help and support that we can be able to pass information to people and they will hear. So you have to play your own role. I am doing my own part. Every single one of us is important, including you that is watching me. You are very, very important. Including you that is in the comment section. You are very, very important. There is no single person in Biafra land that is not important. Just like our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, they are playing a major, major, major role. Every single one of us. As long as you are a Biafran living today, fighting for your freedom, genuinely want freedom, you have a role to play. And may Chukwu continue to strengthen us. I say again, the sun is rising. The sun is rising. As the sun is rising, some people who are afraid of the unknown have decided to take another direction. These are the people who have created a comfortable zone for themselves. These are people who are trying to distract you by all means possible. But we will not allow them to distract us. Do not allow the fear of the unknown to distract you. We are in a critical time. A time that you must not pay attention to any gossip. A time that you must not pay attention to anybody. Anybody. Don't pay attention except Chukwu Kabiama. Pay attention except to Chukwu Kabiama and the people who are decimating information to tell you what to do and what to follow. Today, Biafran people have chosen a spokesperson. Biafran people have chosen a spokesperson anointed by Mazen Nandekano, chosen by Chukwu Kabiama and handed over to Biafran people, Mazi Simon Epa. And this is the only person you must have to pay attention to and listen to him. Give him your trust. Give him your confidence. Whatever he says, abide by it. As far as we have gotten to now, to the state I've gotten, we have not found him wanting any angle. We have not found any fault in him. We have not found any fault in Mazi Simon Epa up to today, as you're watching me. So we owe him that support. We owe him that support at this critical point in time. Every single one of us have to pay attention. Do not listen to outsiders. Do not listen to infiltrators. Do not listen. Do stop being afraid of the unknown. Today, there is nothing to be afraid of in the struggle, in the liberation of Biafra. It is a mandate that Chukwu Kabiama gave. Chukwu Kabiama gave us that mandate for the liberation of Biafra. And you saw the spokesperson of Biafra have come to speak about it. And we are working with date and time. We are working with date and time. Now we are counting days. We are counting days. Those of you who are following Mazi Simon Epa on Twitter, you can see him posting it. We are counting days. I think 135 days. We are counting days. We are counting days. And as we're counting days, you must have to pay attention and be careful in any single thing you are doing. You must be security conscious at this one. This is not the time to withdraw. Just like Mazi Nandekano say, that we have reached to the land of no return. We have crossed the Rubicon. At this point in time, we are moving forward ever and backward never. It doesn't matter the distraction you see. It doesn't matter the problem. Talk of distraction. They are going to distract you. They are going to distract you. But your only hope and strength should be that the sun is rising. The sun is rising. We have been shouting and talking about the rising sun, which is Biafra, the rising sun. That rising sun that we have been expecting. We have been expecting that sun to rise. Today, the sun has started rising. The sun has started rising. It's only if you have a spiritual eye or if you're paying attention. You don't even need a spiritual eye for you to see it. If you are paying attention to events that is happening, you will see that the sun is rising. And that the sun is rising, you have to behold it and follow it up. Follow it up. The sun is rising. The sun is already rising. It is rising. It is rising. When you see no matter how the enemies try, that is why when Mazen Nanikano talks, he talks with confidence. Mazen Samanapa speaks, he speaks with confidence, with date and time that Biafra is coming. It is no longer a child's play. It is no longer a child's play. This is a critical time, a time that you must continue to hold everything you are holding. Hold it firm. Hold it firm. Hold it firm for our Sula Mazen Nanikano. Our Sula Mazen Nanikano. If you were be afraid before about his life, if you are afraid about his situation before, now you have to have more confidence. You are supposed to have more confidence to be doing everything you are doing and know that everything that you are doing is legal. For the fact that was my joy in that judgment. In the judgment we got in the appeal court, my joy is that we have been vindicated, that every single thing we are doing is legal. That is my greatest joy in that judgment that we got in their court. It is not because they gave that judgment. It is not because they say free man. My joy is that we have been vindicated, that every single thing we are doing, we are on the right path. We are on the right path. And this is not for the time for you to chicken out. This is not the time for you to be looking at your shoulder. This is the time for you to intensify in that thing that you have been doing that brought us this far. Increase your effort. Increase your effort. We are counting days. We are counting days. We are counting days. Let those who are not taking us serious, forget about them. Forget about those who are looking for a safe zone, who are looking for their own comfortable, those who are afraid of the unknown. There are so many Biafrans, your fellow Biafrans, who are afraid of the known. And because they are afraid of the known, they do not want to come out and support Biafra. They deny the coming of Biafra. They pretend they don't see it because they are afraid of the known. There is no need, that is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. We are heading to our promised land. And let me tell you, it is going to be difficult, but we are going to get there. It's not going to be easy, but we will definitely get there. We will definitely get there. Mazen Nanekano made us comment and told you that Biafra will come. And it will come in such a manner, in such a way that you cannot be able to claim responsibility of what happened. You cannot be able to claim the glory. The only person that can claim the glory of the coming of Biafra is Chukwuka Biama. Mazen Nanekano said it in black and white. And when you see things unfolding, that is why everything that our spokesperson, Master Samuel says, I key into it. It is not, you don't have to try to figure it out. Do not try to figure it out how it's going to happen. It is not in your hand to figure it out. If you sincerely believe that Biafra is a spirit, just as most of us say, most of us will come out and say, Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a spirit, and yet you do not believe in the work of the spirit. And when we say Biafra is a spirit, we are talking about the good spirit, not the evil spirit. We are talking about the good spirit, the presence of Chukwuka Biama. When we say Biafra is a spirit, we mean that Biafra is in the hand of Chukwuka Biama. And it baffles me that when things are happening spiritually, when Chukwuka Biama is doing things by himself, people don't believe. When Chukwuka Biama passed instruction, people do not listen. When the proclamation was made that in 2023, Biafra is going to come, some people took it as a laughing matter. Some begin to fight against it. Some begin to work negative against it. But when Master Samuel have been saying that I know when Biafra will come, I know when Biafra will come, people doubted it. People doubted him. And he went further to give you a date. And today we are counting days. Wouldn't you see the seriousness in him? Are you still doubting? Are you still doubting? Let me tell you, Biafra is a spirit, and all you have to do is to key in sincerely with your heart. Key in sincerely with your heart, and you are going to reap the benefit of Biafra. And I will remind you again, the danger of doubt. The danger of doubt. If you are doubting, go and check every single one of them that doubted the children of Israel going into the promised land. Every single one of them who brought the bad report, those people who brought bad report, who saw they saw kings, they saw people who are strong, they saw giants, and they could not enter, that they can't enter. Those people that brought a false report from the place where they were told to go and spy the promised land for the Israelites. Those people that brought that false report, none of them was able to enter the promised land. Don't forget that. None of them was able to enter the promised land. Every single one of them that brought that false report, none of them was able to enter the promised land. That is the danger of disbelief. That is the danger of disbelief. When Chukwuka Biama gives a word as long as you know that the word is coming from a direction where there is truthfulness, where there is consistency and truthfulness, you must have to key into it. Key into it. If not for any other thing, remember that Mazen Nandekanu said that Biafra will come in such a way that no man will take the glory. In an unbelievable way. It is not because of what you do. It is not because of what I do. It is because Chukwu Okakabe have written it down. Everything we are doing today is for us to key into that very agenda of Chukwu Okakabe. And you see Biafra. You will see Biafra. Biafra is definitely going to come. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody is doing. At this critical point in time, my sincere and lovely advice to you is that you must pay attention and key in to the time that we are in. Pay attention and key in. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. It doesn't matter who the person is. It doesn't matter who the person is. Already, I knew it from the beginning of this year. I said it, there is going to be more distraction. There's going to be more confusion. There's going to be more trouble. There's going to be more killing. Everything's going to double. All we have to do is to double our mental toughness. If you're a Biafran, you must have to make sure you increase your mental toughness. Increase your mental toughness. That is the only way to survive the period that we're going into now. The page that have been opened, the only way to survive is to increase your mental toughness. You can see the propaganda. Because the enemy knows, even when you that is a Biafra, you don't know that Biafra is coming. You don't believe it. When Mazi Samuel Onegba stand in his platform and he said Biafra is coming in 2023, he has explained all the directions, he has explained all the strategies on how to get it, and yet some people are still in doubt. Some people are still in doubt. Even when you are in doubt as a Biafran, the Janjaweed, the Caliphate, they know that what he's saying is true. The enemies, the saboteurs, they know that the Biafra is coming. Those who are concerned, who are manipulating that Zuleka Republic, they know. Even the British, they know that Biafra is coming. They know. But you, that is a Biafran, you seem not to know. You seem not to know. Biafra is coming. That is my joy. That is my joy. And for a very long time, I have been breathing Biafra. I have been seeing Biafra. I have been living Biafra. And I will continue to live Biafra. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow, at this particular point in time, the state that we're in, don't allow anybody to distract you. A lot of things is going to be happening. If I tell you that it's going to be easy, I might be lying to you. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter how difficult it becomes, we are going to survive and we'll move into Biafra land alive. We are going to move into Biafra land alive. No matter how difficult it is. The page that has been opened today, do not allow anybody to distract you. You see, they are opening different kinds of distraction on daily basis. They are opening up different kinds of distraction on daily basis, on different angles. You see different models of distraction. Today, you see the message of the obedient people. You see the message of obedient people. People today are capitalizing on the judgment that we fought for. The judgment that came about because of our civil disobedience, because of our toughness, because of what we have been doing. Chukwu Okakabe forced them to see reason that all this while, we have been truthful. We have been calling for the unconditional release of Mazi from the very first day he stepped into Nigeria. We have been making that call till date, until when they hit to what we are saying. But today, you see that every single one of them who has been against Mazi, they have now keyed in. They have now keyed in, trying to divert the attention of the Biafrans into their so-called obedient nonsense. They are trying to divert the attention of the Biafrans into the obedient nonsense, which you know is not possible. Every one of us know that the message Mazi Nnamdi had for these obedient people is clear. It's on record. The message Mazi Nnamdi had for those who are talking about Igbo presidency is on record. The message Mazi Nnamdi had about 2023 election is on record. And he said, if you are talking about 2023 election or any Igbo presidency or whatever, that no Biafran, no legitimate son of Biafran should be talking about that. And he went further to tell us that in 2022, by the end of 2022, that Zuleka Republic will end. That implies that in 2023, Biafra is going to be actualized. And Mazi Simon Ekpa came out to establish that same foundation and use that same language. These are two people who are mindful of time. People who work with time, mindful of time. That same time was repeated. And today, we are working towards that. Counting days. We are counting days into Biafra. I tell you, the sun is rising. The sun is rising. All you need to do is open your eyes wide. You're going to see the sunshine. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. Don't allow anybody to take your position. Do not. If you know any position you are holding in Biafra today, anything you are doing that Chukwu Okabia has placed in your heart to do for Biafra, hold it there to your heart. Hold it there to your heart. Biafra is coming in a great speed that you can't believe it. In a great speed that you believe. You are going to wake up one day and you find yourself in Biafra. You know, when we say certain things, people will begin to imagine, what is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking? People will begin to use their own mental, begin to use their own senses to calculate which people begin to imagine. They will begin to tell you the kind of weapons that Nigeria have. They will tell you the kind of people who are back in Nigeria. People who are bringing false information, false message. Just like the Israelites sent people to go and spy the promised land. The people who were sent to go and spy the promised land, when they got there to spy the promised land, what did they bring? They brought a wrong information. They said they saw giants. Actually, they saw giants truly. They saw giants and they were scared. And they came back, they will begin the report and giving people that the people, they are so agile, they are so big, we can't face them. They are so big. But the second set of people were sent. And when the second set of people were sent there, they said that we can run over the land and take it over. With faith, because they know the assignment, they know that Chukwu Okabia has spoken. And when God is leading, when Chukwu Okabia is leading, why do you have to fear? The only problem you have is that when you are in the front and you put God at the back, but when your chi is in the front and you are falling behind, you have no need to fear. It doesn't matter, even if the person comes with atomic bomb, not for you. Not for you. Because he will build a wall of protection around you. He will fight your battle. The battle is not ours. The battle that we are about to get into, it is not our battle. The battle we are about to get into, Chukwu Okabia have fought it already. The battle is going on spiritually as you are watching this video. The battle we are about to go into, the battle is on and we are winning. We are winning on a high scale. The battle we are going into, we are winning already. That is why you must not pay attention to any distraction. And the enemy knows very well that there is no going back. And that is why you see them unleashing different kinds of strategy. That is why you see them unleashing different kinds of strategy, different kinds of styles. That is why you see them every blessed day you see a new model from them. Every day you see a new dimension. How can you imagine today? You see the strategy they are using. All those who call themselves obedient, who are already disobedient to Master Nandikan. From the moment you begin to preach obedience, you begin to preach obedience and election, you are disobedient to Master Nandikan and you are disobedient to Chukwu Okabia. You are not in line with the agenda of Chukwu Okabia. And what do they do? They go to their platform. They will present Master Nandikan. They will first of all start by praising him. This is their latest strategy. They will first of all start by praising him. Yes, he's fighting for justice. He's fighting for all of us. What Peter Obi is fighting is what Mazen Nandikan is fighting. Peter Obi is not fighting for what Mazen Nandikan is fighting for. I will repeat it on my program. Peter Obi is not fighting the same thing with Mazen Nandikan is fighting for. They are not the same. They are not the same thing. Mazen Nandikan is fighting for total and absolute freedom. Referendum. Self-determination through referendum. Nothing else. We have said this in time and time again. We are not asking for Biafra because of their so-called restructuring. We are not asking for Biafra because of marginalization. We are not asking for Igbo nation. We are asking for what? An independent nation of Biafra to save our life because our life in danger. Because we have been made an endangered species in the Zoological Republic. It is because not only the Biafrans, every indigenous person in that Zoological Republic have been made endangered species. But let me tell you, Biafrans are the one leading the battle. We are leading the front. And that is how Chukwuka, that was why Chukwuka placed us in that place in the first place, to liberate every indigenous person. That is why we are leading the charge. And you see our Oduduwa brothers. Our Oduduwa brothers is following us, and they are doing marvelously well. Exactly the same thing we are doing. Asking for their freedom, self-determination, and nothing. Let those who are dancing naked on the street, those who are dancing naked, deceiving themselves, talking about election that will not hold, they are still deceiving themselves on election that they know that we never ever hold. Mainly in Biafra. Biafra land will be locked down. You cannot conduct election in Biafra land. We are not talking about disrupting. Get it right. We are not talking about disrupting. There will be no election conducted in Biafra land. That one is signed and sealed. And from every indication, our brothers are going in the same direction. There is not going to be any election in Biafra land, signed and sealed. And you see their propaganda. Some of them, when you see some of them, how evil people are. They will come and bring the message of Mazen Nandekan. They will begin to refer you at Mazen Nandekan when he cancelled the election, when he said there will be no election. Later he approved it. And some of them are saying that this time when he comes, he's going to approve the election. Keep on living in your dream. Just keep on living in your dream. We are in a new era. And this era that we're in, Mazen Nandekan himself approved it. Mazen Nandekan approved it when he told us that we are going into the new dimension. That our brother Samuel Nepa is bringing a new dimension. And today, that new dimension has been opened fully. If you are blind before and you don't know what it means to talk about new, we are now in that new dimension we are talking about. It is no longer a time when we complain, when we cry. When you take our life, we cry. We kill us, you cry. We complain. We have complained for so many years. Our complaints have reached every nook and corner of the world. There is no government of the world that have not heard about our complaint. There is no human rights organization on the planet Earth that have not heard our complaint and have our video with facts. There is no government of the world that have not had a complaint. Human rights, they have evidences, much more evidence of genocide in Biafra land than ever. We gave them in video, we gave them in writing. United Nations, Mazen Nandekan went to the extent of going in person to United Nations. What did they do? They turn a blind eyes. They turn a blind eyes. That is why the state that we are now, you saw the state that we are now. And my joy and confidence is that our school Mazen Nandekan is safe and sound. Let me tell you, stop being afraid of the unknown. There are still some people who are still on the fence. Some of them will come with logic that we have to be careful because of Mazen Nandekan. We have to be careful because let me tell you, you are a fool. If you are one of those who are still doing that part, no man born of a woman can take the life of Mazen Nandekan. You are not born yet. You are not yet born. Mazen Nandekan survived the most dangerous time when nobody was with him. The most difficult time that any man cannot survive. Mazen Nandekan survived it. Do you know what it means for a government of a country that wants you dead to hold you captive for 8 good days and nobody knows your whereabouts? And all of a sudden you surfaced. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? They have tried several times. You cannot because it is not in your hand. You cannot. Nothing will happen to Mazen Nandekan. The mission that he's going to, it is not me. I didn't send him. You didn't send him. The assignment that Mazen Nandekan is undertaking today is an assignment, divine one. Chukwu Okabia gave him that assignment. Chukwu Okabia gave him the call and he answered. Mazen Nandekan answered without flinching an inch. And from the very first day Mazen Nandekan answered that call, he has remained consistency personified. He has remained consistent, not looking left or right. He has never changed. He has never changed. That is why you will know, have that confidence that Mazen Nandekan, nothing is going to happen to him. And for the fact that today, even the court in the Janjaweed country, the court under Janjaweed today, have said that Mazen Nandekan should be let go. He is innocent. Their own court, the court of the enemy that we don't believe, the evil court of the enemy, they open Chukwu Okabia, put word in their mouth and they open and voice, and the whole world saw it. The whole world heard them that Mazen Nandekan is innocent, discharged from them. That alone have given Mazen Nnamdi Kanu more confidence and more voice, more security and more safety. And nobody born of a woman can take his life. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out sound and safe. It is the responsibility now that is left there is for you and I that is outside. The things that remain now is you and I that is outside. We are the ones that are going to raise the flag, hand him the flag of Biafra when he comes out. We are supposed to chase that Biafra and hand it over to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to come out the flag in confidence. And that is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu expected. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a spiritual man. Everything you and I are doing outside, he's seeing. Chukwu Okeke Abiama is revealing for him everything we're doing. He's not just a leader, he is a spiritual leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. While he was done, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu pray for Biafran people, for you and I. He prayed for us 7 good times every day. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu pray for you and I 7 times every day while he was with us. 7 times. Even though when most of us here, many of us here cannot even pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu 1 time in a week. So many of us cannot even remember Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in our prayers 1 time in a week. You can't remember him in your prayers. But yet, he prays for you 7 good times in a day when he was outside. And now that the only duty he has is prayer. Now, the only duty he has today is prayer. Praying for you and I. On every minute, every second. In solitary confinement. Fasting for you and I. Praying for you and I. And you think something is not going to happen. Every single thing that you are seeing happening outside today is being controlled spiritually. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is aware. That is why I trust my brother Mazen Simon Ekpa. Every single word he said, building on the foundation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his voice is the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Even before now, he has told us that he goes into the heart of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to take information and give to us. And some people doubted it. Some people, when he said that and he began to make the revelation, some people thought that some people were giving him information. That people were leaking information to him. But Chukwu Okeke Abiama choose whom he wants to choose. Chukwu Okeke Abiama choose to speak to whom he wants to speak to. If Chukwu Okeke Abiama can speak through an animal, if he can speak through a horse, speak through a grass, how much more a human being, you and I? If Chukwu Okeke Abiama can speak through an animal, why do you doubt that Chukwu Okeke Abiama cannot speak through a human being? And he will choose whomever he wants to choose. It doesn't matter where the person comes from. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how long you have been in the environment. It doesn't matter how old you are. He can choose anybody he chooses to and talk to him. That is why every single message that comes from Mazen Simon Ekpa, when you look at it critically, with your common sense, look at it, you will find out that Mazen Simon Ekpa is actually taking word from the heart of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Every of his reaction is exactly the way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will react if he's with us. Exact thing, carbon copy. And still go and check it. Since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up today, who are those who have been consistent? The only group that have been consistent since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped is the autopiloted group. The people that are autopiloted by Chukwu Okeke Abiama under the spokesperson of Mazen Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they are the ones that are still consistent up to today. And even when we have made so much progress, you see some people jumping from all canals to come and take glory. Today, after our mental toughness, after our sticking to our civil disobedience to make sure that things change, we continue to keep Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on a high scale. We made sure that the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not relegated to the background. We tried and made sure that the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot be swept under the carpet. And they couldn't do that. Even in the period where election is going. You and I know that during election overrides every other thing. In election, you don't hear about anything. You don't hear about... Did you see people talking about Fulani herdsmen again? Did you hear anybody, including their media, did you hear any media reporting anything that has to do with Fulani herdsmen? Including kidnapping. Do you think that kidnapping has stopped? Kidnapping is still going on as you're watching this video. We are still seeing videos on social media where people are being kidnapped. Even near a checkpoint, people are being kidnapped. Near the police checkpoint. The Boko Haram military in Southeast, they are still kidnapping. But go to the media. Election have covered all of them. The herdsmen killing, election have taken it over. But our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the anointed one, you cannot sweep him under the carpet. Today, they cannot move an inch without mentioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They can't try it. Even when they have seen that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken over, what they do now is to come and use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make their campaign. Mad people everywhere. They will come and tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Peter Obi is the same. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Peter Obi is the same. They are the same thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for justice. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that if we can get justice, that he's not even looking for any division. That whatever that is justice, that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that now Peter Obi is there. He's fighting for the same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. So they are the same people. So let us support him. Mad people everywhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Peter Obi are not the same people, and they're not fighting for the same thing. They are not. We don't have any resemblance. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it in black and white. We are not in line with anything that has to do with election. He said it, we have crossed the Rubicon. We have lost a lot of people, and there's no going back. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was interviewed in that Zoological Republic, he was interviewed and they asked him, is there any stage of compromise? Is there any compromise? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no, there is nothing. It is either Biafra or death. The person who interviewed asked me, he said, Biafra or death? He said, yes, it is either Biafra or death. It's either you give me Biafra or I die fighting for Biafra. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't just say it. In the last appearance of court, the last time we hear him speak directly from his mouth, not a second-hand information, the last time we had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speak directly to her, he said, Biafra will definitely come. He said, Biafra must come, and no man born of a woman can change it. That's the language. He repeated it the last time he spoke to us in the court. And he told us that it is our responsibility to protect Biafran people and not to kill them. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa has taken up that responsibility, have gathered every Biafran. Biafrans are now gearing up around him to protect Biafran land and make sure that our life is not lost anymore. We have lost enough people. Enough Biafrans have lost their life in one time or the other. We have lost so many Biafrans in the hand of this Janjaweed. We have lost so many people on different occasions, and they are still losing as you are watching this video. As you are watching this video, they are still attacking us as you are watching this broadcast. People are still falling. But we cannot continue to complain. That is why we have taken that direction they want. Just as they did during the Civil War in 1967. Just as they did. Ojukwu was trying everything possible to avoid the war. He was trying everything possible politically to avoid the war. But they said no. They brought war upon us. And we stood and we are defending ourselves for good 3 years against the whole world. 3 good years against the whole world. They have opened that chapter again. But this time, it's going to be hell on earth. And let me tell you, this time, it is not going to last for 3 years. It might not even last for up to 1 year. And Biafra will be safe and sound. And they cannot give us any blockade anywhere. The Zoological Republic cannot give any blockade to Biafra. Both air, land, or sea. They cannot. They don't have that lever. They don't have that energy. You talk about the media. We are in charge of the media. We are in charge of the media. Already the media is at our palm. Look at the way we are dealing with them. With all their campaign and whatever, we are still holding the ground. And the Biafran people are standing firm on their request. Referendum. Self-determination. And there will be no election in Biafra land. If you're there, go ahead. You're going to see it play over. You're going to see it play out. We say it and we say it again. If you don't want to fight for Biafra, it is not by force. If you're a Biafran, you are so scared. You don't want to fight for Biafra. You are so scared. You don't want to participate. You don't want to speak about it because you are afraid of the no. You are afraid of the no. You are so scared that you are so scared that you don't have confidence in yourself. You are afraid of the no. You cannot see the future. You cannot see, even when the sun is rising. Even when the sun is rising, shining bright for everyone to see, you can't see it. And you're still scared. Let me tell you, as a Biafran, go and buy yourself a blanket. Cover yourself with that blanket. We are going to go forward to see the rising sun. After we have gotten into the land, we wake you up. When the sun must have risen fully, we are going to wake you up. You join us and celebrate. There's no problem about that. It is not mandatory that everybody is going to fight for it. There's no time you can get 100% compliance. It doesn't happen anywhere. But in Biafra struggle, we have up to 80 and more than 80% of Biafrans are willing to go to the front. So we are not stepping back. But where you are going to have a problem is that you are not interested in fighting for Biafra, and you don't want to go and sleep. You don't want to go in and don't want to go out. You are standing in between. You're being a lukewarm person. Let me tell you, we are going to vomit you out. If you are lukewarm, we will vomit you out. And the way we are going to vomit you out is that we are going to run you over. If you are a Biafran in Biafra land, you do not want to fight for Biafra and you don't want to keep your mouth shut, you stand as a hindrance. You become lukewarm and you're standing in between. We are going to run you over. And whatever happens to you, your blood will be on your head. Whatever happens to you, you will be held responsible for anything that happens to you. Nobody's going to pay for that. Our responsibility is to save Biafra land. And let me tell you, Biafran people, we value life. I continue to repeat it. It is not our desire that any innocent person will lose his life. It is not our desire. It is not a desire that any innocent person should lose his or her life. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your dialect. It doesn't matter your location. It is not our desire that any individual, any innocent person should lose his life. But after saying that, the state that we are, we will try as much as possible to reduce the collateral damage. But we cannot fold our hands. We cannot fold our hands when you come to take our life. Today, Biafrans have picked arm fully to protect themselves, and it's an eye for an eye. And we cannot only sit back for self-defense. We are going to go all the way out to protect our people. We are going to go all the way out. In 1967, we were on defense, defending our land. Or this time around, it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. And if that's the fear of the unknown you're having, don't be afraid. That thing that is making you scared and you don't want to join Biafra, forget it. It is settled. That thing that you're making you afraid and you don't want to support Biafra, forget it. I say forget it. It has been settled. Don't be afraid. All you got to do is to do your own part. Do your own part. All those things you are thinking, that thing you are thinking in your brain that is making you scared. Both those alliances you are wishing, I wish we have this. Everything is in place. And when the time comes, you are going to see it. When the time comes, you're going to marvel. You see, each time our brother Simon Ekpa comes to broadcast, must pay attention. Try as much as possible to join him. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. Every tweet he made is very important. Follow him on Twitter and share it. This is a time that information is key. Information is very, very important at this particular point in time. This is a time that information is key. You must pay attention to every autopiloted group, every autopiloted platform. Pay close attention to them and share their videos. Every platform autopiloted by Chukwu Okakabion himself under the spokesperson of Mansi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mansi Nakano. Any platform on that, please share their videos. Every information is important. We are in a critical time, mainly for our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. You must pay attention to informations. If your family cannot be able to get the video, cut the video, share the video and send to them. Send the videos to them to let them know the situation that we are in. This is not the time to play around. It is not a time to joke. It is not a time to play around. It's a time to be paying attention to the sensitive moment that we are. We are in a very critical time. You must be security conscious. You must be looking around. Be observant of every single thing that happens around you. Pay attention. Pay attention to your environment. When you need to go out, go out. We don't have any need to go out, don't go out. This is not the time to party. It is not the time to take a chieftaincy title and throw money around. This is not the time. This is the time for you to sponsor the ESN. That is where your money will have value. The only place where your money will have value today and you'll be assured of life in Biafra is in the ESN. These are men, group of men who have volunteered themselves to protect the land. And I will tell you, Biafrans are ready. Much more than Mazen Nanikana have been saying it. You know, when Mazen Nanikana says certain things, people will take it for a joke. until when he unveiled the ESN. When Mazen Nanka unveiled it, some of them were making their propaganda. They say, no, he went and snapped the picture in Amazonia. He went and took a video from Amazonia. But today, that very image you saw, they are still intact. They are still intact. ESN is not recruiting anybody. ESN is not recruiting anymore. Since Mazen Nanka established ESN, we are not recruiting. We have more than enough men. You know, Mazen Nanka gave them the ticket of icebergs, gave them only the security outfit, and said that when he's going to release the Biafran army, that he's going to announce it and the world will hear. And he gave us the numbers of Biafran armies who are waiting online. The reserve we have, millions of people on reserve. Millions of people on reserve. And they are still intact. Mazen Nanaka said, we are going to march. But I want everybody that is watching, wherever you are watching from, as we are marching, I want you to put your faith on Chukwu Okike Abiama. That is the way we can overcome. Put your faith. Don't forget that. Don't ever forget it. If you forget any other thing, do not forget that the foundation of the struggle, we are going to that challenge with Chukwu Okike Abiama. If they bring war to us, we are going to the war with Chukwu Okike Abiama, not with idol. Mazen Nanaka has said it time and time again. Mazen Nanaka has said it time. Do not put your faith in idol. If you put your faith in idol, you are not going to make it to the end. This advice goes to everybody, including people on the ground. If you put your faith in idol, you cannot make it to the end. Chukwu Okike Abiama is leading this struggle. Autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. So you must allow him to lead. Stop trying to figure out how this will happen and how that will. Stop trying to figure out. Stop trying. Do the ones that is at your reach. Do the ones, the thing that is at your reach. Do it. Do the part. There is an assignment that Chukwu Okike has placed in your hand, and he has a reason. There is a reason why he placed that. There are certain assignments. There are things that you are doing. You that is watching me. You that is watching me. There are things that you are doing that nobody knows about it. There are people who are donating to ESN secretly. They don't wait until fundraising day. As you are doing that job, continue to do it and increase your fund. Continue to do it. Chukwu Okike is keeping record for you. Don't get distracted. Stop trying to figure out how this happened and how that happened. Focus on that very assignment you know that Chukwu Okike. If you are a broadcaster and Chukwu Okike have placed you on that direction, that is your own call. Focus on it. If you're one of those who visit broadcasting channels and you share the videos, you like the video, you share, and you make sure that the video of people go viral, you are doing your own part. Continue to do it and do it more. If you are the one that is blessed financially and you are supporting in secret and in open, continue to give your support to the ESN. Continue to support. You are doing a great job. Keep on doing it and increase. Stop trying to figure out what happens and what did not happen. We are going to conquer. If you're one of those that are praying for Biafra, every day you're on your knee, continue to pray. Add fasting to your prayer. Add fasting, and don't have doubt that if God is answering your prayer or not. God is answering your prayer. Chukwu Okike Abiama is answering in speed. Every single prayer we have is answering in speed. The 150 days prayer we did with Mazen Nanaka, because before he was taken away from us for a leave, that prayer is very, very strong and effective, and it's still working. And remember, our Sula Mazen Nanaka is still on his knees praying. Since then, for more than a year, he's still praying for you. And there are people who their own duty is praying for you and I day and night. There are monks, Biafra monks, who are praying day and night for us, for our coming nation. They are not stopping. They are not stopping. All you have to do, as we are moving into this stage, put your faith and trust in Chukwu Okike Abiama. Only him alone. Only him alone. Don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. Put your faith and trust. Just do that one at your reach. Everything is at your reach that you can do. Do it and leave the rest for him to finish it up. Don't put your faith and hope in another God. If you have a strange God, if you worship idol in any way, in any manner, any form of idol, you are not going to make it to Biafra. Take it from me. If you worship idol and you are fighting for Biafra, in any idol worship in Biafra, you cannot get into Biafra land. You will not. Mazen Nanaka warned about it. That is why every time he prays, go and check. Every time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu prays, every time he prays, he will always say that I do not worship idol. Anytime he comes to broadcast, he will remind us. He will remind us. He has that is the reason why he's reminding us that he doesn't worship idol. That you must remove everything, anything that is called idol worship. You must remove it. You must remove it as you're fighting for Biafra. If truly you are fighting for Biafra. If truly you are genuinely fighting for Biafra, you must remove anything that has to do with idol worship in the course of fighting for Biafra. Because if you don't, you are on your own. And that is how you know people who are sincerely pursuing Biafra. Today you go and see some of them. Some of them, they will come to their platform. After playing the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, playing the prayer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they begin to do incantation. They begin to do incantation. If you want to pray traditionally, I am not against prayer. You can pray traditionally with your kola or whatever. You can pray to Chukwukabiama traditionally. It is allowed. You can pray. But when you begin to call the strange gods, when you begin to call strange gods and make sacrifice to strange gods, in the cause of Biafra, you are only digging your grave. You are only digging your grave and you will sink. You're going to sink. You're going to sink. Our hope and trust should be on Chukwukabiama. That is the only foundation that we have. Any attempt you make to base your strength on human being, base your strength on idol, it doesn't matter how strong you think you are. It doesn't matter how important you think you are. You cannot get into Biafra. Take it from me. You won't get into Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have written the template. The man that is leading the struggle of Biafra have said it the way it should be. And every one of us that is building on that foundation, we are following that foundation laid by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And it is only that foundation that can lead us to Biafra. If you lay any new foundation, apart from that which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have led, you have failed already. You have failed already. That is why when you see these people who are talking about political solution can never, ever give you Biafra. This kind of political solution you're talking about, it cannot give you Biafra. From the onset, they have been tried several times. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, tried it. It didn't work. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, tried the political solution to see that he stopped civil war. Did they listen? They never listened. They never listened. Our supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tried the political solution again. Did he solve the problem? He never solved it. They came to kill him. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu crossed the line, said that they have crossed the line. They have crossed the red line. And we moved ahead. And we got to the land of no return. That is where we are today. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have made it clear. It is either Biafra or that. It's either they give us Biafra or we die fighting for Biafra. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. It doesn't matter what you are thinking. It doesn't matter the area you are coming from. The most important thing that we are focused on the struggle. We are focused. And the state that we are now. We are counting days. I think today is 135 days. We are counting days. That is how you know people who are serious. Master Simon Ekpa did not only come and tell you that it's 2023. We are counting days and you will see things begin to unfold. With your eyes, you'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing the movie. And as for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, no evil formed or fashion against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can prosper. Nobody can tamper with his life. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be safe and sound and he's going to join us. And today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have gotten more confidence and more strength and more support wherever he is. Because today, the whole world is known that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being persecuted. The whole world, even those who are pretending not to know before, today they have known that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man, is being persecuted. I saw a video where they were interviewing one of the one elderly man. I've forgotten his name. A video he made. That man was saying that the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu life, the reason of Mazen Nnamdi is much more important to him than any politics they're talking about. That it is much more important to him than any president anybody is talking about. And the man was literally crying on live TV. He was crying and said that if anything happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he will put his own life on the line. When I watch that man, I shed tears. When I watch that man speak, an elderly man speaking, The video I posted the video on my platform, and most of you must have seen the video. Most of you have seen the video. That man was saying that there is nothing that is important to him as important as Mazen Dandekan today. And that Mazen Dandekan, what he's fighting for is 99% of what the Biafrans want. What Mazen Dandekan is fighting for is 99% of the mindset of Biafra and what we are suffering, what we want. That's what Mazen Dandekan started for. And the man went ahead to say that if anything happens to Mazen Dandekan, that he will put his own life on the line. This is the word of a man. And this is the way the useless organization was supposed to be speaking. This is the way other elders are supposed to be speaking, but instead, what they will come and begin to beg. Some of them say they will go and beg prostrate for the imposter in Asarok. Some of them say they will go and kneel down for dead man in Asarok. They will go and kneel down and beg him. Beg him for what? And what are you begging for? For an innocent person, somebody who is not guilty of anything, you're holding him. Tell them to leave him, and you're begging for what? When I saw that man speak, I said, yes, we still have some people. We still have some elders who are mentally sound. We still have some elders, against all, they can speak openly and boldly. That man spoke very bold. On a national television. Very bold. On a national television interview. I think that was either AIT or channel this what do they call it? Either AIT or this interview was interviewing. They were interviewing that man, and the man was saying in the open that if anything happens to Mazen Nandekano, he will put his own life on the line again. The man was around during the Biafran war. When you hear his language, you hear that this is one exactly AIT. AIT. These are the people who witnessed the civil war, who were around, who played a role in the civil war. And the man was bold to say it on a national TV. How many people can have that liver to say that? Can Obiozo, or whatever they call him, can Obiozo come and hit his chest and speak and say, release Nnamdi or else? He doesn't have that liver because he's corrupt. He's a Fulani. He's a Fulani. He's a Fulani. He's just the same as Fulani. Can any governor, can any politician come and use that language that man used? That's the first time. The very first time I heard somebody from the Southeast speaking boldly on a national television. That man has been speaking boldly. But that very one he did is outstanding. The man was almost shedding tears. What the man said, go and watch that video. After watching that video, you will know that we are standing on the right path. And when Master Simon tells you that every single person living in the old Southeastern region are Biafran and they want Biafra, you will now begin to understand. Only that some of them are scared. The fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown. That is what is holding many of them. The fear of the unknown. They are so scared. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. They are just comfortable as long as they have money in their account, as long as they are the richest person in their village, as long as their children is living abroad, as long as they have money flowing, as long as they have position. The fear of the unknown. But deep down in them, they know that the best way is Biafra. When I saw that man speak in AIT, I was overjoyed. Go and search for the video and watch it. I wish I could play the video. I'll play it and you see. You see the man almost literally crying. He said it in black and white without missing word. If anything happens to Mazen Nandekano, that he will put his own life on the line again. You know what that means? He didn't say he will put his own life on. He said he will put his own life on the line again. That again that is there has a deep meaning. It has a deep, deep, deep meaning. He has done it before. And he's going to do it again. These are the kind of men we need. We have them in Biafra land, but they are silent. Why are you silent? What are you afraid of? Why are you scared? We have crossed the Rubicon. The youth of today, we are not moving an inch. It doesn't matter what you do. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama. I thank Chukwu Kabiyama who have laid the template on how we are going to go home. I thank Chukwu Kabiyama from every single thing that happened, from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa. Chukwu Kabiyama used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to fetch out Simon Ekpa and anoint him to carry on. Why Chukwu Kabiyama took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take some rest? Chukwu Kabiyama took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a rest and used Mazi Simon Ekpa to separate the chaff from the wheat. And today, everything is in the open. If you dare, it's only, I don't know why people always try to challenge their God. People cannot learn a lesson. You don't want to learn. People don't learn a lesson. People are so daft that they wait for something to happen to them before they learn a lesson. You need to learn a lesson from something that happened to others. When things happen to other people, you learn from that. Don't allow it to happen to you. Don't wait until it happens to you before you learn a lesson. Don't wait. If you're waiting for something to happen to you before you learn a lesson, that means you are insane. You are daft. You have to learn from what happened to others. That is how it's supposed to be. Go and check. Every single person that have attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, every single person that have attacked Mazi Simon Ekpa, go and check their condition today. Check their condition. Most of them have disappeared completely. Those that are still available, they are no longer relevant in their group. They are no longer relevant in their group. Those people that we are using them against Simon Ekpa, they don't want to see them anymore. Some of them are already fighting themselves. And the ones who prove stubborn are confessing the evil they have done. Every single person that have fought against Mazi Simon Ekpa, none of them is okay today. Go and check. Every single one of them, from A to Z. None of them is sound. You can't fight your God and go free. Chukwu Kabiyama anointed him. When you are fighting him, you are fighting Chukwu Kabiyama. He is on a special assignment. He's on a special assignment. So it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter the attack you bring from east, west, from any side. It doesn't matter. Because he is on a special assignment. And that assignment Chukwu Kabiyama gave me, he must accomplish it. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there is nothing they didn't do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They called him all different kinds of names. They blackmailed him. They called him, some called him a bigot. Even his own king's men stood against him. His own people blackmailed him. Members of IPOB blackmailed him and called him 419. Even when they were the ones duping him. All these department saboteurs, they were the ones siphoning money from him. Many things that Mazi Simon Ekpa have done today with just a little finance. Many achievements that someone have done today with just a little, but when this department saboteur were they were just open their mouth and begin to swallow everything. They were swallowing every single contribution I made. They were swallowing it without any effect, without anything. They surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the worst thing is that they will never allow any genuine person to come near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once they see you that you are genuine, you are coming, they will push propaganda against you. They will push that propaganda until you get tired and you walk away. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just one person. He cannot be everywhere at the same time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is human and he's one person. He cannot be everywhere at the same time. And when Mazi Simon Ekpa, he told you that I will be your end. Mazi Simon Ekpa told them, I will be your end. I will chase you away from IPOB. And they called it a joke. They called it a bluff. Mazi Simon Ekpa said, I am going to chase you away from IPOB. Some of them say, you're not in IPOB. How can you chase me away? Today, where are they? Where are they? And they forgot that it is the Biafran people that chose them. It is the Biafran people that made them whom they are. They were thinking because of their command and control. Oh, command. That is why they were shouting command and control. They were there busy shouting command and control. Why Mazi Simon Ekpa was busy winning Biafran souls. Mazi Simon Ekpa was busy winning the souls of Biafrans. Why they were there busy shouting command and control. As you are there shouting command and control, Mazi Simon Ekpa was building on the people, listening to them and winning their confidence. The same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. With all the attack against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from east, west, north, I'm calling of name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was consistent winning Biafran people. He was winning Biafran people, winning the souls for Biafra. He didn't pay attention. They called him all manner of names. He was consistent and truthful. The only thing that makes Mazen Nandekano what he is today, the thing that made him an icon is consistency and truthfulness. He was never found wanting anywhere. Mazen Nandekano was never ever found wanting in any angle. Very consistent and very truthful. And that was why he won the heart. Even his enemy, including his enemy, today they praise him. Including the enemy of Mazen Nandekano. When you engage them in a talk, they tell you, say, yeah, he's doing it well. Of course, what he's saying is right, and but even his enemy, today, you see, go to many platforms. Mazen Nandekano has become an icon. Wherever you mention his name, the light shine. Wherever you play his name, the light shine. You play his picture, the light shine. Because he built that, not with command and control. He built that. He built that with truthfulness and consistency. He earned respect. He didn't command respect. He earned it. He earned that respect from the people. He worked for it. That was exactly what Master Manepa was doing. Master Manepa was busy earning his respect. Master Manepa was busy, very busy, earning respect from people. Listening to Biafran people, not shutting them down. He was busy listening. When you were supposed to listen to Biafran people, you never listened. At a time when Biafran people needed you to give them a listening ear, you didn't listen. You were busy, commanding and controlling, while somebody was there paying attention. What is the Biafran people saying? And when he finished concluding, and Biafra gave him that confidence, and he told you are out. When he said he will sack you from IPOB, you called it a bluff. Today, where are you? Where are you? We know that the IPOB that Mazen Nandekano established, autopiloted today, under the spokesman of Mazen Simon Epa and on the list of Mazen Nandekano, they are consistent. If you are not there, you are not on the track. You're not there. Everyone who you see following the Department of Sabotua is either because they are compromised because of friendship, because of recharge card, because of they want to become relevant. They were made either whatever, given a post or whatever they're giving them. They want to still remain there and begin to cover the evil. But those who still have conscience in them, every one of them have left. Every one of them who has conscience in them have left. And those who out of pride and shame, they are still hiding in one place or the other. They don't want to show themselves. They are hiding, pretending and hiding. But that is not going to save you. It doesn't matter how you hide and pretend. It is not going to save you. Biafra is going to come. I urge everybody that is watching, any place you're watching from, pay attention. Don't get distracted. Do not get distracted. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. I say it again. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. Forget about that, your fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown will distract you. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to be afraid of. Forget about those who bring bad report. Just like they brought a bad report to the children of Israel. They told them there are giants. There is no giant that we cannot defeat. With the grace and anointing of Chukwu upon us today, there is no giant that we cannot defeat. With the support and with the support that we're getting today, there is no giant that we cannot defeat. With the alliance we have today as Biafrans, both international and local, the alliance we have, there is no giant that we cannot defeat in that Zoological Republic. So stop being afraid of the unknown. All you got to do is to play your own part. Play your own part as a Biafran. And leave everything. Then pay attention. Listen to 97.5 FM if you're in Biafra land. Pay attention to 97.5 FM. Voice of Biafra. 97.5 FM Voice of Biafra. Pay attention to there so that you can be updated. Information is key. Information will keep you alive. Information will take you a long way. Information is going to keep you safe. Pay attention. Follow our brother Mazi Simon Ekpa on Twitter. Follow him. Retweet every tweet he tweets. Follow him more especially to get information on the stage that we are in. Nobody is going to be taken unaware. He is explaining the stages one after the other. All you got to do is to pay attention. Follow all the autopiloted group. If you have not subscribed on this very channel, subscribe and share the video. Invite people. Follow and share. Follow and share. Follow our brother Mazi Simon Ekpa on his own platform. Even if you cannot follow live, later on watch the video. If you can't watch all, watch it gradually. Cut it and send to people who doesn't have access to the internet. When you are doing that, you are playing your own role. And Chukwu Okike bless you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single one of you who has been patient from the beginning of this broadcast up to this moment. I say may Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. If you are a Biafran and you are watching this video, you are sharing the video, you placed your like, heaven is going to be the beginning for you. You are going to see Biafra. You will not only see Biafra, you are going to celebrate in Biafra and raise the flag with Mazen Nadekan. If you have been patient here and you share this very video, and every other video that is coming from a top-piloted group, and you are sharing, doing the needful, Chukwu Okike will keep you. You are going to see Biafra in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Oduduwa brothers. Our Oduduwa brothers in Biafra, in the Oduduwa land that are doing their own needful. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect. Give them strength. Give them more strength, more protection, so that they can continue to fight until the last minute. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect Sunday Igboho. Secure Sunday Igboho. Give him the grace to continue to march on until the last minute. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our men on the ground. The volunteer force, this is a critical time for them. Our men on the ground and our brothers and sisters in that zoo. May Chukwu Okike build a wall of fire around every one of them. People who have put their life on the line for us. People who have given us everything in life just to save you and I. To make sure we have a home to return to. People who have put their own life on the line for you and I. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect them. Secure them. Build a wall around them that no evil shall penetrate them. No bullet of the enemy will locate them. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect all the Umuada. All the Umuada who are working tirelessly day and night, making sure that things are moving in order. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect them. Every single member of Umuada, from their leader to the least one, Madam Azuka, Chukwu Okike will continue to protect you. Chukwu Okike will continue to secure you, Madam Azuka. Chukwu Okike will continue to protect every Umuada wherever they are, doing the needful, making sure that things are moving on fine. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all the media warriors, all the people who are in the media disseminating information, all the people who are in the media bringing out the information, telling us what we need to hear. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you. No attack projected against you will have effect. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our brother Simon Egba, who is in the war front taking the bullet for us. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect Simon Egba. Continue to give him mental toughness, increase him in wisdom, increase him in knowledge. Continue to build a wall of fire around him that no evil shall penetrate him. May Chukwu Okike continue to increase his wisdom. Continue to give him that mental toughness, that wisdom and knowledge that he's moving with. Let Chukwu Okike increase his wisdom like that wisdom of Solomon. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our Supreme Master Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is at this moment, we believe that it's in the hand of Chukwu Okike. Wherever Master Nnamdi Kanu is, Chukwu Okike is aware, and we know he will never leave him. He will never leave him alone. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect Master Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him. Give him more strength. Give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Continue to give him revelation. Continue to give him revelation so that he can join us very soon. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect Master Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against Master Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Master Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. I say no weapon formed or fashioned against Master Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching, wherever you are watching from. Please don't be distracted. Be focused. Be focused. We are going home. 2023. We are going home. No man born of a woman can stop it. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra is here already. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu. Bye-bye.